All right, so one, this isn't a great gamble here, okay? You don't get it, and now you're behind like this. But again, so what's going on here? We have two people guarding the ball. There's got to be some communication. Either Lauri Markkanen says, "I got it, I got it, I got it," and you fall back, or you say this player says, "Switch on to mine," so that happens. But again, look what happens. Look at this little flinch right here by these two Cavs players. Both court go towards here. Nobody's guarding Jeremy Grant. Look at this. See, look at that. Both drop back towards this player here, and it's just going to result in a wide open jumper. Awful transition defense here. What on earth is Lauri Markkanen doing? Look at this right here. Okay, we have two people guarding one. Where's Lauri Markkanen going? You don't get back to random spots on the floor. You get back to bodies. So Lauri Markkanen's got to notice what's going on here. Okay, body, body, body. So I need to go find this player right here. If I want to move people around, Lauri Markkanen can say, "Take this player, I got this player." Okay? But again, Lauri Markkanen's just in no man's land. So now look. Now this player here has got to kind of be cognizant of both of these two Pistons because Lauri Markkanen's in just no man's land. And when you're trying to guard two people on the ball and one pass away, you're not going to guard any of them. So this player just gets right to the rim for an easy two. Okay, so here's the problem with this play. We're going to freeze it right now. Look at this. Why is this big right here not battling for real estate? Why are you just letting Isaiah Stewart camp out in the lane? Right now, you've got to be pushing him out, getting him out of the lane, battle for real estate. Like right now, okay? Stop. What is this? You can't look, he's in the charge circle, the offensive player. Push him out. Battle for real estate. One, so that he can't seal you off. But two, you got to initiate contact. Get him as far out of the lane as possible. But because you just sag off and let Isaiah Stewart just camp out in the lane, look at this. Now, look at how much harder this box out is. You're boxing out Isaiah Stewart from inside. He's in the charge circle at this point. And by then, this turns into a 50-50 ball on the offensive rebound, and it's an easy putback for two. This is god-awful transition defense. I'm not going to be able to see what's happening until later. But right now, in transition defense, you cannot let any Piston get behind you. If there is someone behind you, you got to sprint to get to him. Look at this. How can it look like this? Why? You can see this player lollygagging back. Why aren't you sprinting back to this Piston right here? Why? That's totally ridiculous. Because now you just let this hit-ahead pass, and it's a layup. That is atrocious. Okay, so one, this is the problem with drop coverage, why I would never run it, because look at this. This skip pass here is way too easy to make. Lauri Markkanen's going to step in backside help, so it takes him a while to get back out. That puts him in a disadvantageous situation guarding one-on-one. Now, we're in this situation right here, okay? So the Pistons are ISOing this part of the floor. You got to send them to your gap help, okay? We're going to cut the court in half, all right? First of all, you're up. You're never sagging because you let players get into their move early. And this player right here is opened up with his back to the baseline. And he's another half step in. Back to the baseline, and we're sending him this way. There's no place for him to go. Now, without having to move my feet, that's the key. If you have to move your feet inward first, you're never going to get back out. But with this player already in position, right about here, with his back to the baseline, now we're sending Jeremy Grant right into this player here. And then because I don't have to move, it's an easy, if there's a kick-out pass, the airtime of that pass, you're getting out easily. Okay? So we're cutting the court in half. We are not sagging, because look what sagging does. Sagging allows Jeremy Grant to get into his moves early. And now Lauri Markkanen is just going to be backpedaling. We're not backpedaling. We're up. We're pushing him here where we have a gap defender right here. We are cutting the court in half on this isolation, okay? But Lauri Markkanen sags. This player is in no position to be in the gap because he's hugging the three-point line for no reason, and it allows Jeremy Grant to get right to the rim for two. You can't sag. Look at this right here, okay? This sagging. Why? Because now you're just letting him back. Battle for space now. Battle for real estate early. Okay? Don't let him spin baseline because we have nobody to dig in the post, which we do right here. But right now I'm battling for real estate early. Okay? Look what happens when you don't battle for real estate early. Now you let that player initiate contact, and now he's too low, okay? And because he's too low, it's just going to be an easy layup. So how do you defend this? Okay, you never are sagging right here, okay? No sagging. You are up, okay, pushing him to the middle. This player can drop a step. When the ball's in the corner here, you want to be halfway between the ball and your man, okay? So we're up, we're pushing him to the middle of the floor so we can dig right here and easily recover, okay? But when you just give up ground in the post like this, look at this. Now he's too low. Now I can't really dig in the post, so now it's just back you down, layup. Down screen off of a baseline out of bounds. This is horrible, okay? Here's your down screen. What is this player doing? Your man is setting a down screen. You need to be attached, okay? And show. So Jeremy Grant can't curl coming off this. He has to go out. The other thing, Kevin Love cannot go up the gut like he's about to. You chase, okay? So I'm attached, show, okay? So that he has to go out. Kevin Love can chase and get there. But when you don't show and you go up the gut, look what happens. Now he's able to curl. Look how low he's catching this. Now you're done. Now it's just one-on-one already almost at the rim, and it's a two-shot foul. What is Kevin Love doing here? You can't sag. Look at all this space. What is happening here? Look at this. You have got to fly out to the three-point line. All right? Again, ball's on the wing. We're cutting the court in half. I'm up, and I'm forcing him this way. I have a gap defender right here. There's no place for him to go. I can jab, easy recover. All right? But Kevin Love is sagging for no reason. Force him this way into the teeth of your defense. Call out that you're in help side. All right? You're opened up with your back to the baseline. So when he comes here, it's right here. It's stunt, recover. Okay? But Kevin Love sags, so cool. Wide open three. Horrible transition defense. You've got to communicate. Look what's going on here. All right. Look at this. What's this player doing? Right now you got to communicate. Okay? Like, why are you even looking at the ball? Right now your back should be to the baseline. You got this guy. You got cross matched. Okay? Or if this player wants to take this guy, you've got to immediately tell him to come here. Okay? So we can't have two people guarding one in transition. You have to communicate. And you're not getting back to random spots on the floor. You're getting back to bodies. We're good here. We're good here. We're good here. But these two players are going to not communicate. So look what ends up happening. Now we've got, just for this little second right here, why is this, communicate, okay? Like, either you take here and you fly here. No, really what you should be doing is you should be here, you're here, we're good. But look what this player's doing. He's ball watching / trying to take this player here, so there's nobody to take this player right there, and it's going to lead, well, by the time he gets out, it's too late, and it's a two-shot foul. Right? Few things here. First of all, I don't know really why this player can, like right here, this is the problem. Look at his feet. You cannot have your feet so close together. You got to have a wide stance. You're seeing ball, you're seeing man. Okay? You can even cheat over a little bit because where's the gap help? It's right here. I mean, if you send this player this way, there's no place for him to go. But either way, feet, wide, okay? Wide stance, okay? Because, again, now you don't have to move. Once the swing pass gets made, it's an easy recovery. But look what happens when your feet are so close together. See how much further that distance is? That's why here, again, wide stance, so that when this swing pass gets made, I'm easily out in time. But because my feet are so close together, look at how much more difficult that reaction time is. Much more difficult reaction time, open three. Problem with drop coverage here. So you're in drop coverage. All right, Kevin Love's in backside help right here. Okay? So the problem is, though, is Kevin Love's man is now flying to the three-point line. Kevin Love's got to realize that this player's now stepping in backside help. I've got to go to the three-point line. And that needs to be communicated by this player here. Okay? But on the kick-out pass, Kevin Love's already in the charge circle, and it's an open three. Now, how do I prevent any of that from happening? Well, I hedge, okay? I'm up. Push this guard this way, okay? Now the backside, look at this. There's no place to, you're walking right into the backside help. Like, there's just absolutely no place to go. Okay, this player can slide over and guard the player's two passes away, and I'm good. I'm keeping this player out of the lane. I'm not allowing him to go all the way down low into the lane, allowing the roll man to go all the way down low to the lane, and now my backside help is in the charge circle when his man flares to the three-point line. But you're in drop coverage. It creates all sorts of problems because you're just giving up the lane, and it leads to three. I mean, this is shaky transition defense. If you're Cedi Osman, okay, you got to be flying back, all right? This little lollygag is not good enough because where should you be? You should be down here, okay? Like, this jogging back doesn't work. This is in transition. Sprint back, okay? Because look at this. Now, look where you are with the defender. You should be right down here, okay, so that this player cannot get behind you, okay? But you lollygagged back, so now this player is behind you, and it leads to an easy two. You have to fly back in transition. You can't jog. Or god-awful transition defense. This is off of a turnover. What is Kevin Love doing? You have got to stop the ball, okay? Everything else, guys are getting back, you're good. Someone has to stop. That's the first responsibility. Stop the ball. Again, you're getting back to bodies, not to random spots on the floor. Look at Kevin Love. He's just getting back to a random spot on the floor. Okay? Guys are coming back, right? All right, we're over here. Okay? You have to take the ball. Why are you just getting back to a random spot on the floor? Get back to a body. You're the closest one to the ball. Go take the ball. But Kevin Love just goes to a random spot on the floor, so it leads to an open three. Okay, Kevin Love's guarding a guard. That's a huge problem. Okay, now, Kevin Love, why are you giving him this area right here? Look where all my gap defenders are right here. If he comes this way, there's no place for him to go, right? I got defenders all over the gaps. So, one, I'm not sagging. I'm up, and I'm making sure he has to come towards the teeth of my defense. But look what happens. You let him go this way where there's no gap help. So now look. Now I got to send help at the rim, and now the defense is scrambling. There's nobody to help the helper. It's a dunk. Horrible transition defense here. Kevin Love, let's see. He enters the picture now. Why? You don't get back to a random spot on the floor. You get back to a body. So right now, Kevin Love should be over here. Getting back to the middle of the floor where there's no body is going to kill you in transition. Right now, Kevin Love should be getting back to that body right there, the nearest body. So he should be already over here. Because now look, because he got back to a random spot on the floor, he's got to fly to get out, pump fake, the defense is scrambling. And look, because the defense scrambles, there's nobody to box out this Pistons player. He has inside position, and it just leads to an easy putback. Can't sag when you switch. Here's a ball screen. Look at the sagging coming off this switch. You've got to be level to the screener and able to guard. And then I'm pushing him this way, where I have a gap defender right here. Stunt, recover. But when you sag, look at this sagging. So now you're just backpedaling, let this man get right into the lane. No. See, this is what you got to get up. You got to pressure him. Bring him to the middle of the floor where I have a gap defender right here. Okay? But when you sag, look at this. You're just backpedaling, and he can just go right down the middle for an easy two. The issue with drop coverage, the Pistons are going to run a twist screen, but you're still fighting over the top and dropping the big. So I'm just giving Cade Cunningham the lane. What happens when I just give a good player the lane? Well, he's just going to power his way right to a layup. Stop being in drop coverage right here. No, I'm not here. I am right now I'm with this play. I'm level with this player here. And when he sets the screen, boom, I'm up. I'm pushing Cade Cunningham out this way. Okay? Look at this. Backside defender is walking right into it right here. Okay? If a skip pass is made all the way here, it's an easy recovery. But you just are in this stupid drop coverage where you just give Cade Cunningham the lane, and it's an easy two. Or bad transition defense. Where's the communication here? All right? So right now, look at this. We got two Cavs players right here. Someone's got to communicate. Either you communicate that you take this player so this player knows to step up here, or I got this player, so I know to step up here. When there's no communication, look what happens. 2 people go to one, 0 people go to another, and it leads to a wide open catch and shoot 3. Okay, when a team's in the bonus like the Pistons are right here, okay, you need gap help. You cannot leave yourself on an island one-on-one. So again, up, push him this way. I got a gap defender right here. There's no place for him to go. There's absolutely no place for him to go. When I let him this way, now I'm on an island. Now I'm susceptible to a common foul, which means they're going to the line because they're in the bonus. And look what happens. Do I send him here? No, I let him go this way. And look what happens there. Now the hand check, and it's a 2-shot foul. Just bring him into gap help where you're not on an island and you feel like you have to guard him one-on-one, which in turn can lead to a hand check foul, and now it's 2 shots. All right, down screen coming. Don't go up the gut. Look at this. Here comes a down screen coming right now, okay? So if you're Lauri Markkanen, you have to chase. If you try and go up the gut, bad things happen. Look how he's going to try and go up the gut right here. See how he's trying to go up the gut as opposed to right now just chasing, okay? That's the problem. You try and go up the gut, now you're late to get out, and it causes a 3-shot foul for the Pistons. Drop coverage is awful. Look at this. You're just giving Cade Cunningham the lane. Look at how low he's able to get on the floor. By now, this is a very difficult situation, and you're going to see it's going to end up being a foul, which, bonus, 2 shots. So again, back it up. Don't sag. Don't give Cade Cunningham the lane. Get up, push him this way. I got a backside defender right here. If a skip pass is made all the way over here, it's an easy recovery. But you run this stupid drop coverage where I just give him the lane. He's able to get all the way to the charge circle without any resistance, and now it's 2 shots because they're in the bonus. So you switch this ball screen. This is a horrible switch. Stop. Right now, you should just... Okay, first of all, if you're switching this, you're level to the screener. You're guarding him one-on-one. What you cannot do... What is this player doing? Look at how he switches this. Look at how wide he gets. So now, you're just letting this player split through. And again, Pistons in the bonus, so you're forced to... For a common foul, then leads to 2 shots. Again, ball screen is set. Right now, boom. I am level to the screener. So when he comes off it, we're defending each other. I'm defending him one-on-one. What on earth is this? You're trying to beat him to a spot for no reason, so now he's able to split through. You're forced to foul, and it's 2 more shots for Detroit. You can't backpedal in transition, so the Cavaliers are going to turn it over right here. Let's watch this defender here for Cleveland. Right now, you can't just be backpedaling. Look at this, because you backpedal, and now Cade Cunningham's right to the rim for 2. What do I need to do? Well, thankfully, I have a gap defender right here. So right now, I'm not backpedaling anymore. I'm cutting off the ball right here, forcing him this way. No place for him to go whatsoever. Okay? This player's got to yell, I'm in help, I'm in help, I'm in help. So this player knows to step up and take the ball and bring him this way. But you can't just backpedal like this, because you're just going to let him get right to the rim for 2. Again, where are you sending the offensive player here? If you send him this way, there's no help in the gap. Look at if I send him this way. I've got gap defenders all over the place. This player can slide over a little bit, okay? And then he can stunt, dribble picked up, helping you out defensively, and then it's just stunt, recover. That's where the teeth of my defense is, right here, okay? So he needs to go this way. Look at when you allow him to go baseline. Look what happens. Now you have to send help at the rim, okay? And now look, now you got to help the helper here, so there's nobody to take the corner, and it leads to an open catch and shoot 3. Down screen coming. First of all, right now, Lauri Markkanen cannot go up the gut. He's got to chase. Number 2, this player can't sag. He's got to get up and show, so this player can't curl. So Lauri Markkanen's chase can actually get there. If I'm up and I show, now Jeremy Grant's catching this ball further out. Lauri Markkanen's chase can happen. Okay? But the problem, we're 0 for 2. No one shows. Where does Lauri Markkanen go? He goes up the gut. So what does that lead to? A wide open 3. This is simply pathetic right here. Cross screen. Easy defense. You jam this player as he comes through, so this player can get on the other side, because you got to knock him off his spot. when you don't jam the player coming through the cross screen, now this is going to happen every single time. Dunk. Pathetic. This is a horrendous switch. Here comes the ball screen happening. So you got to communicate. Like right now, switch, switch, switch. So I'm up and guarding the ball handler. I'm underneath taking the screener. There's clearly no communication here because watch what happens. Look at this. Look at it. Oh my God. We got this player's going towards the ball and this player's going towards the ball. So then this player is going to switch late, but then wait, this player goes, oh, I need to switch on to this player. Look at this. Look at that. We got two players going towards the screener now because there's absolutely no communication and it leads to an open three. That is elementary style bad defense. All right, this is not good defense. All right, right here. Look at this. Bring this player here. There's no place for him to go. Stunt, recover. Look what Lauri Markkanen's doing. Not only is he not going to force him this way, he's going to force him away from his gap help. Look at this. What are you doing right now? You're letting him just go right into the lane. Right now, okay? This way, middle of the floor, right into a gap defender. There's no place for him to go. But Lauri Markkanen is going to not only not force him that way, he's going to force him where there's absolutely no gap help, and it's going to lead right to an easy little jumper. 3 mistakes in transition defense here, okay? 1, this player. You cannot go towards the ball. That's gambling. Just sprint back so we have numbers, okay? Mistake number 2 is watch this player right here. He's going to lollygag back. Look at this. And he's going to gamble. So look at this. So right now this player's here when he should be already in position right here. So when this player comes this way, I can stunt, I can recover. The other thing is you don't get back to random spots on the floor. You get back to bodies. So I ask, what is this player doing? Why are you getting, like right now, ball's here. I have got to come up and stop the ball. Because look at now you're just backpedaling, and it's an easy layup. So right now, I'm up. I'm cutting off the ball. The ball's getting cut off right here, okay? And now with the ball being cut off right here, I have multiple options. This player's in the gap, okay? This player should also be in the gap, so I have multiple gap defenders right here. But I've got to cut off the ball and trust my outside defense here, okay? Bring him that way, all right? But nobody's back the way they're supposed to be. This player isn't going to cut off the ball right now. He's just going to backpedal and let this Pistons player get right to the rim for 2. That is like a myriad of mistakes that leads to 2 points. Or bad transition defense. Let's watch this player right here. You've got to sprint back to make sure you're ahead of this Pistons player right here. Look at the lollygagging. What are you doing? Sprint. Now I'm ahead of this Pistons player. But because you lollygag back, now this Pistons player is behind you, and it's an easy 2. Bad communication off of an offensive rebound, okay? So right here, boom, offensive rebound happens, okay? So this player's now guarding fine, okay? This player's guarding the ball fine. Lauri Markkanen, you cannot be doubling that right now. You have got to come this way and push this player this way, okay? Like someone's got to communicate. Like right now, Kevin Love should be communicating, all right? Lauri, take this guy, you take this guy. There's got to be communication. You cannot have 2 people guarding the ball. Right here, Lauri Markkanen's got to see, okay, this player's guarding one-on-one, all right? So I'm going to take this player's going to take this player. Or I'm going to fly out this way, and this player's going to take this player. Something. But it gets communicated. When there's no communication, look at this. I have a double team here for absolutely no reason. So now there's nobody to guard the wing, and it's going to be an easy catch-and-shoot 3. This is easy. The ball's in transition. You send them to the middle of the floor. Okay, right now, you're up. You're pushing them this way. Okay, there's no... Now, first of all, this is terrible right here. You can never take your eye off the ball. You always have to be... As you're getting back with your back still to the baseline. Okay, so that I'm seeing man, I'm seeing ball. But again, you can't send this player this way. You got to send him to the teeth of your defense, which is right here. So now this player is seeing the ball. When this player comes this way, I can stunt and easily recover. But you send him this way where there's no gap help, and it's a dunk. You can't cheat a screen early. First of all, this screen never even gets set. But okay, if this player comes and screens you, then you can start to fight over the top of the screen early. Okay? Watch what happens here. So this player doesn't even set a screen, but this player's already trying to cheat up. When that happens, now look. Now you give this Pistons player the angle. Again, normal one-on-one defense. If this player sets a screen, then you can start moving over the top. But all it takes is this little flinch. Look at this little flinch right there. Okay? So that little flinch of trying to get over the top of a non-existent screen early means this player now has the step on you. And he's going to get right to the rim, draw help, and that's a problem. Because now we're going to get an easy layup. Problem with drop coverage, okay, you drop the big, you fight over the top. Here's the issue, okay, you have to have backside help. This player's got to slide in, but now this skip pass is too easy to make. So really, you've just put Kevin Love, the big, in a 2-on-1 situation. And what happens then? Easy lob. So how do you prevent any of this? First of all, stop giving up the lane, okay? Boom, right here, up, push him this way. Look at the backside defender. He's literally already there. So there's nothing to worry about. Now if a skip pass gets made, it comes from further, and it's just easy recovery here. But you're in drop coverage, so you're just willingly giving up a 2-on-1, and that happens. Can't cheat the screen early. Here comes the ball screen, okay, right now. Look at this. So if make this player use the screen. Okay? When you start cheating and anticipating the screen early, it's an easy ball screen refusal and into the lane. Watch Karis LeVert here. All right, we're going to slow it down. Look at how he's leaning towards the screen right now. So now this player is just going to refuse it, okay, and get right to the rim and draw a 2-shot foul. Okay, this either looks like a terrible gamble or, again, cheating to try and get over the screen early. Okay, I can't, look at this. So, look at this. So, it's a ball screen is coming right here. Either this player is yet again trying to cheat to get over. That looks like what's happening here. This player is going to try and cheat and get over the screen early. Okay, so now again, no screen's been set. Okay, so now look how you're defending this player. When that's the case, you've got to immediately get back underneath. Okay, this should never be obviously how you guard a player with the offensive player in front of you. But first of all, you should be just playing him straight right now. Just straight up one-on-one, make him use the screen, and our ball screen defensive coverages should be able to handle it, okay? But you're trying to anticipate a screen early, so now look. Now you're behind the player because you were trying to cheat the screen. And then when that pass, look at this. So now this big, as opposed to just being able to guard up on the perimeter, he's got to kind of show a little bit staying back. So now, look how far back he is right here. So now he's going to easily get beat with a pump fake, force all kinds of help, and it leads to a wide open catch and shoot 3. Can't defend like this. Look at this. Okay, so again, if this player's coming off of a handoff right here, again, first, you can never defend like this with your back to the baseline, sideline. Your back has to be, you're underneath, your back's to the baseline. So you're seeing ball, which you're not doing here, but your back's to the baseline, so you're seeing ball, you're seeing man. Look what's going to happen when you defend like this, okay? Now you're susceptible to getting beat back door. And what does that mean? Look at your beat back door here, okay? So now look. Now because you're beat back door, again, this defender has to go with this player because you're so far behind because you were defending with your back to the sideline as opposed to the baseline. And now look. Now that's just going to lead Kelly Olynyk to a wide open 3. Again, you're in drop coverage. Look at this. You're dropping the big, so you're just giving up the lane to an NBA basketball player, Jeremy Grant, a pretty good one. So look what happens. Now you're just letting him get right into a wide open floater. Okay? There's just no point in this. What are you doing? Up. Push this player this way. Backside defender can just slide over right here. Skip pass is made here. Easy recovery. But you just give up the lane to Jeremy Grant. It's a wide open little jumper, and it's 2 points. Where are you forcing the player offensively, okay? Here, there's no gap help. Here, look at this. I got a gap defender right here. bring him to the middle of the floor, stunt, recover. Quite easy, okay? But you let him go this way where there's no gap defender, so you send a double at the rim, which is too late, and it's a layup. Fronting the post without backside help is suicide, all right? So right now, let's see what happens. This is the matchup we're looking at right here. This player's got to get into this player's jersey. You're initiating contact. You're pushing him out of the lane, okay? You're not letting, because if he initiates contact with you, then you're going to get sealed, okay? Right now. Okay, see, he's not even in the picture. I'm going out to push him out of the lane. Push him out of the lane. Push him, initiate contact. Get him out as far as possible, okay? But now look, see, you let him initiate contact, so now you're sealed. Now you're fronting the post, and oh, by the way, I see no backside help here. So now the Pistons are just going to simply throw a lob, and by that, and with no backside help, it's a two-shot foul. Drop coverage is awful, okay? So they set an initial ball screen where you're in drop coverage. Here comes a cross screen right here. So now you put this defender in an awful spot. He's basically got to guard two people because this player's going to flare. This big still has to drop, okay? Look at this. Because this guard isn't over the top one-on-one. This big still has to drop. So now what's this player supposed to do? Does he go to the three-point line or does he take the lob? When you end up guarding two people, you're probably not going to end up guarding anyone, and it's just going to lead to a layup. So how do I prevent any of that? Certainly that second screen, which was a cross screen. So I'm never in drop coverage. I am up. This guard is not getting the lane, ever, by any means. If the roll's here, I got easy backside help. If a skip pass is made all the way over here, easy recovery. And now I'm avoiding this cross screen here, which screws everything up, and it's a layup. Horrible defense on this down screen. Here's your down screen. You know what you have to do. This big cannot be sagging. His man is setting a down screen. He needs to be attached and show. So this player has to go out and this chase can happen. When you don't show, this player's going to curl like this. Look at this curl. So now this chase can't work because he's behind. So now it's just curl right off the down screen, get right to the rim for two. Can't anticipate a screen. Again, this screen doesn't even get set. But if it were to get set, okay, you got to make him use it, all right? So if the screen gets set, the ball screen defense should be able to take care of it because you're going to execute it perfectly, okay? But when you look what happens when you start cheating towards a screen early, whether it's set or not, all it takes is a little flinch. So this player is going to fake like he's going to set a screen and slip it, all right? So look at this. Watch this player here. It doesn't take much. But look at, so this player sees it, thinks the screen's coming, so look at this. Look what he does with his feet. See how he flinches up towards the screen? That little flinch is all it takes for this player to never be able to guard this player one-on-one again, and it's just going to lead to an easy layup. This is just an atrocious box out, or there's really not, look at this. So the shot's up right now. What is this player doing? Find a body. It's right here. Get into his jersey, use your butt, push him out of the lane. Because now the only one getting the offensive rebound is you. When you don't box out at all, okay, or you don't initiate contact as early as possible, the shot's up, now it's time to box out. Look what happens. This player never even boxes out. So you turn what could be a 100% 0% ball to a 50-50 ball. And guess who gets the rebound? It's Cade Cunningham. So now the defense is scrambling off the offensive rebound, and it leads to three. Again, the problem with drop coverage, all right? The Pistons are going to run a twist screen right here. There's your twist screen, okay? So you're in drop coverage. You're just giving this player the lane. And what's this player going to do? He's going to say, oh, you're giving me the lane? I'm just going to muscle right through you for a layup. So again, I'm never giving up the lane to any NBA player, okay? I am up right here, okay? Well, first we got to start. Here comes the screen. So this player here needs to be starting to creep over. And then when the screen gets set, boom, okay? I'm up. I'm pushing him this way. This player's all the way over here. Now this player can slide down and occupy these two players 2 passes away because I'm pushing the ball handler out this way, okay? But again, you're in drop coverage, okay? So now, here's the lane. So I'm just going to muscle through you for a layup. Pathetic. Don't guard beyond the three-point line. Let's take a look at this player right here. Why is he touching the three-point line? All right? The man's right here. Shell drill. Ball's here. Where are you? You're over at least a half step back to the baseline. So now this player comes this way. It's stunt, recover. But you miss a gap assignment, so now this player's able to dribble through. You draw help at the rim. There's no one to help the helper. Layup.